and then I'll decrease the y value. Okay. Okay, I think that should do the trick. So what we want is whatever this is selecting, we want the opposite of that. So let's just do not this. Okay. Okay. And then we want to add these two right there. So we're selecting everything except the inner rim, but we want it also to be selected in this first cube, which does not select the outer edge, but these two in the middle. So if we do this normally, I should be able to only move this part here, which I can do with this node here. Okay. Okay, why not? Let's put that in there. But I need the origin to be in the same place as before. So what I'll do is I'll just use this here. It worked well. Object origin, and then I'll connect these this into the vertex selection. Oh my god! Well, it works, which is a good thing. Let's go back to what we had before, which is all zeros. Okay. And then what we want to do is, first of all, let me remove this because this is a bit confusing. So we've selected the inner rim here, the inner circle, and then so we want to scale it in the z direction, right? In the minus, we want to decrease the z compared to this center point here. We want to decrease the z value, and we want to decrease the y value. So let's scale this down on the y. Well, that's too much, but scale, let's go 0.98. Okay, that's too little. 9.5. Okay, this seems pretty good. Let's try 9.4 just to make sure, and then the z will do the same thing here. Let's try that. Okay. The only problem is this. Why is this even selected though? Is this even selected? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, but it's still a bit it's a bit far from the edge here. Do I bother selecting this particular thing? I mean, we've gone so far. Let's just make it nice. So let's just do another selection. This time I only need the set position node. Geometry, set position. Okay. And let's do another selection here with this tool. So Shift D. I do need another geometry. Join geometry. Okay. Okay, here. And I only want to select this edge here, the bottom one. So let's decrease the Z aspect, and then let's decrease the position also. Okay. It seems, I think, actually I have to increase the, no. I have to increase the Y value here. Okay. And so now if I just remove this, if I remove my selection box and I plug this into the selection, I should be able to just move this. Okay, Now that looks much nicer. Okay, so now we have to do the same thing for the other part, which we have not deleted, which is the inner portion of the where the food is stored. So where is that? Okay, here, basically here, this one. So we'll go from here and do the same thing than what we did down here. So let's delete something, and in order to delete correctly, I'll use another node here like this. Let's duplicate this so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so I need to decrease the height first. Okay, I need to decrease the width. Okay, and now what I need to do is increase the depth of this box. So I'll do this by increasing the X value here. And let's just reposition this a little so that we know where we are. Okay, and so normally if I just try to delete all except for what I've selected, it should well, I should have the shape that I'm looking for. If I just delete everything, that's not correct. Let me just remove the box, and let's go not here, and then here, this. So that's almost what I want, but it has not selected these corners here for some reason. How is that even possible? What if I increase the Y value here? Yeah, those edges should be inside though. So how is that possible? I mean, there are edges here. How are those not selected? Remove this. Because when I come here, delete the points, right? This is weird. Delete geometry. We want to delete the... Actually, we don't have any... Yeah, that's right. We don't have any points, actually. We're trying to delete... we're trying to delete faces, right? Yeah, it doesn't really delete vertices. I think I can only delete faces. Or edges. Okay, so I cannot delete points because points are more like points are used to instance stuff, and it's not the same thing as a vertex. However, how come I was able to do it here? Delete points, not this. So I went from here to here. Yeah, that's weird. What if I put edge here? Okay, it doesn't change anything. Do I get any weirdness going on here? I don't think so. Yeah, let's just keep this edge delete here. I think it's getting confused here because he's trying to find points to delete, but there aren't any. Actually, now it works. Okay, so no, the point thing, I think it can delete vertices, but yeah, you have to do the selection correctly. I was missing a little bit of the depth here, because if I position this how it was before, then I get this problem again. I guess it doesn't know what to do. It's trying to delete this whole face here because it's not well positioned, I'm guessing. Because if I decrease it further, then it works properly. What happens if I just look at it in the Y plane? When it doesn't work, basically, yeah, I'm not selecting the things properly here. So I need to be at least at this line for it to work. And when I go here, okay, that's why it doesn't work. It's getting confused. Okay, so everything works actually. I got a little bit scared here for a second, but now so now what? So I went from here to here. Okay, where's the wireframe? Okay, so I think it's all correct. So now what I want to do, actually I want an edge here, so I shouldn't even have selected this back face. Is there a way I can just select these faces? It's going to be a bit complicated because I have this here. I'll do the same thing as before, so I'll select everything except the vertices that are here. Okay. Yeah, I know what I'll do. So here I'll duplicate this. Let's remove this for a while. So if I do not here, basically it's going to delete everything that's out there. If I do so yeah, as I was saying here before I got distracted, so I want to only select this. So basically I'll delete everything that's in here. So to do that I'll so wait, here I go from here, then I have the selection here, so okay, I'll do and this basically. So Shift D here, I'll do, actually it's or, right, or, so I want to delete this one or that one. Either of them is good. Doesn't have to be selected twice for it to be deleted. It's either selected here or out there somewhere. So now that I have this part which is here, the question is, what do I do? Because I do not want to subdivide this part. So I should have selected this edge also here, this vertex, and then it would have been fine. So I'll try to decrease the size here. Okay. Yeah, so let's increase it again, and then I'll duplicate this, Shift D. Let me just remove this thing for now, and then I'll decrease the Z value here. In order to see what I'm doing, I'll just connect this here real quick. Then I'll position it further back, like here seems okay. Then I'll increase the Y value. Okay. So, and I'll put another OR here. Shift D OR, and this in here. Okay, finally we get the right shape. Oh, actually no, we still have to remove this one here. So I still need another one. So Shift D here. Let's remove this for now. Let's go here. And let's decrease the Y, right? And let's increase the Z. Okay. This should work. Okay. Then let's put another OR here, another OR node. Shift D here, OR. Okay, here. And then I should finally have the shape I want. Okay. Finally I get this. And now what I can do is I can do this, what was it called? Subdivide mesh. Okay. And then I'll take this edge and pull it forwards. So same thing. I take this node right here. Actually, I have to do this after the subdivision. So Shift D, join. There we go. So how am I going to select this? First of all, let's pull this forwards a little. Where there two? Okay, let me remove this. Let's decrease the width. Okay. And let's increase the, well, the other width, whatever depth. I think that's the depth of the box. Okay. And now I should be able to select only the edge I'm interested in. And then how do I pull it forwards with this? So Shift D here. Let's go to 1, let's cancel everything. So I've selected this and I'll just push it forward. So I'll use the translation basically. So vertex selection is here, then translation in the X direction. Okay, perfect. Perfect, but I do not want to see this here at all. Okay. Now this looks good, I'd say. So what we can do now is the following. Now we can join everything back up. So I'll take this join geometry, I'll join this here. Let's look at this. Okay, seems much nicer. And then I think I can just take the initial box here which I had. Can I do that? I think so. Yeah, I cannot do that. So wait a second here. Yeah, okay, because those are connected here, so I can't just merge, otherwise I'll get an edge here in those sections. So okay, it's not a big deal. Let me just remove this. And then I'll just add whatever I removed here. So when I deleted this, I said this not, right? So whatever is left here, I want the opposite. So what I can do is let's shift this a little here. I'll take the deletes, but I want the opposite. So I'll just use a not node here, Shift D. I'll just use not. Then I'll connect this here, connect this here. And the same geometry, right? Delete points, whatever. And then I should be able to join this here. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Why is it not accepting this thing? So here I've deleted, what have I deleted? I've deleted, basically I went from this to this, and if I do the opposite, why am I getting this part? Why am I not getting this in the middle here? Okay, so this is basically what I have deleted, but it doesn't consider the intermediate, like the inner face here. That's the issue. So I can't just put not here, because otherwise it will just show me the edges I've deleted, and it won't show the face that's connected to it. So is there a simpler way to do this? What if I'm not interested in deleting the points, but only the faces? Then I get this. Which seems better, but I don't have what's down here. Yeah, I'm missing what's here actually. I'm missing this. Why am I missing that? What am I looking for actually? I'm looking for yeah, let's remove this for now. Okay, so it is, I think it is correct. I'm looking for this box, right? For this and the back face. Looking for the back face and this box here. back face, and this box. So why am I getting this here? Okay, so I think it's from here. All the faces which I have not deleted. If I delete everything, I get this. If I do not delete, so I went from here, I deleted everything except this. Yeah, so if I inverse it, I'll get this section right here, but I'll also get the outer section which I don't want. So what I'll say is I want everything else except for what I have selected here. So it's not that. It's not that. How do I select the thing that's here? Yeah, I'll say not this, and then I'll put an and between the two. So where's my what did I delete here? Okay, so if I look at this, I have deleted everything except for, well, the plane that's here. So I'll say whatever is not this, basically, so this here, it has to be this and whatever I have up there. So let's shift D here. And then put and this here. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Here. Let's check this. It's still not working. I have to think about this for a while. So last time we were here making this this thing, this Etotronic. So I'll just finish. Well, what I'll do is I'll take the thing I did here. So this face here, and I'll just duplicate it here because it should be the same pattern. The same required pattern here. So how can I do this? First of all, okay, so we had this plane, and then we separated all these lines so that it fits correctly. Now what I'll do here is I'll take this and So I'll connect it in here. I'll connect this in here, so I'll have a duplicate. So I can, for example, increase the size here, or I can decrease it. So I'll decrease it until I get to this point. Why is there an offset on the X? Normally it should be like this, and then okay. Is this correct or not? It seems okay. It seems like it needs to go right a little. So let me just increase the offset in the Y direction. That's a bit too much. So I'll go 0.05. Okay, that is nicer. Okay. So yeah, the lines align, so this should work. I just have to flip the faces basically. So where's my flip faces node? Okay, so I'll take it from here. Okay, flip faces. Okay, now it looks nice. Now what's missing are these faces here. So I'll do the same. It's a pretty repetitive process. So I'll duplicate this, and then I'll connect it here. Okay, and then where is this face here? Let me just put 0 everywhere. Okay, then I'll have to rotate it. So to rotate it, I need my green node here, this one. So Shift D, and I want to rotate it in the X direction, like that. Yeah. So I'll put 90 here. Okay. Do I want to scale it down? Let's try scaling it down in the Y direction. Basically, it's taking the initial Y direction, so which is now the Z direction, because I flipped it. I rotated it. But I don't think that's what we need, basically, because here, if I increase it in the minus Y direction, okay, and I adjust it here, it seems like the width is pretty good, and we do have the 3 lines here, but there is an extra line here, basically on these two edges. So I need to decrease. The one of these, basically. So okay, now that is correct. This is okay. Wait a second. So now I have 3 lines. Is that what I want? No, I need one more. Okay, and then I need to scale this again in the Y direction. How is that? It's good except for this part right here. So I'll just need to move this around. But before I do that, I'll increase the height a little bit. So okay, the scale in the Y direction maybe just slightly shorter. So 3.5, maybe 3.6. Okay, this seems okay. Now the only thing I need to do is move these 2 edges here. So I'll do the same technique as before. I'll take these nodes here, Shift D. Let's move this around here. Okay. Well, to see what I'm doing, I need to first connect this here, and then I'll play with this a bit. So position Z. Okay, so we're here basically. So what we need to do is go in the Y direction like this, but we also need to decrease this and then increase the Z. Okay, now position this a bit better like this. Let's shift it down. Okay, I think that should work. So now if I select this here, so I should have first I'll put 0 so I don't get confused. I'll plug this in here, and then I'll shift this in the, I think the X direction is what I need, or maybe not. What's going on here? Yeah. Well, I'm selecting the right vertices, but it seems there is a problem somewhere. I didn't connect the geometry. So, so which geometry are we using? I think we're using this here, right? If I look at that, yes. Okay, so basically I'll connect this here. Oh, actually no, I connect this here, and then instead of connecting it that way, I'll connect it through here. Okay, and now it has worked, but it's going the wrong way. Okay, if I decrease it more, it's not correct. So I'll put 3, let's say 3, 4, or let's say 3, 3, 3. Let's try that. Okay, now it seems pretty nice. Now I'll do the same thing on the other side. So it's the same process. Here I duplicate this, and instead of passing through here, I'll pass through here. Then I'll connect this here like that. Okay. Let me remove this selection zone and add this one. Okay. So now I'll shift it in the X direction. Oh no, here, like this. The problem is there's already a value here, so okay, so here I'm selecting it properly, this edge here. So I want it to go in the I want it to go that way. So I'd say now it's good. If I merge by distance, I'm sure I'll get the result I want. So now I need to do the same thing as down there. So I'll take this face, which comes from here, and same as before, just put it on the other side. So I'll do this, connect it here. Let's put 0 to begin with, and then so this one is already connected, so it's here. Now I'll put another one that will be connected also to my main object, but I'll make it go in the minus y direction until I get to the other side. Actually, the plus y direction. Okay, let's say that's pretty nice. Okay, now to flip the faces as before. Okay, so now it should all work fine, except for the fact that it is way too wide. So this Etotronic basically should probably be about 1/4 of the width here of the box. So I can yeah, I'll scale the whole thing down in this direction, and then I'll take these faces and I'll push them back a little. What does that look like basically here? It's hard to see the depth of the machine, but I think I can guess what it is. So, and I'll look it up if just to make sure once I finish the whole modeling thing. So yeah, let's scale everything in the X direction. Okay, so now I want to scale it in the X direction, so let's change this here until I get more or less, well, it's starting to look a little bit like what we would expect from the game, let's say. I think that's more or less it. So now to select those faces and push them back a little. Oh, and this is open here, but I mean, is it really a problem? I don't think so, because it will be stuck to the wall anyway. So, and I don't need any translucency or anything like that, so I should be good just pushing those faces back a little.